Your Weekend Gardener here. How's everyone going? I'm here at my uncle's house again. I was here last year and I'm back this year. He has more vegetables because we came at the end of the season last year. But I was talking to him about techniques of how he grows his food. I was talking about how does he water. Question. So you plant yours in a row, not in a box.
Right in a row.
And they grow still? And you get corn?
Oh yeah. Very seldom I water. Only time I water is when deep summer. When everything gets hot, and it just don't rain. So I'll just bring a sprinkler out here and I'll sprinkle in the evening half of the garden. The next day I'll sprinkle the other half.
I even went ahead and went back in time and spoke about my grandfather and how he used to garden. And some of the stories that he told me, I said, well, you know, back in the 30s and the 40s, I know they didn't have garden hoses. And that was actually the question of, how do y'all water? And he said, they water the garden when it rained. I was asking the question to Mom, I was like, how did y'all water? Because I know back in the 40s, they didn't have garden hoses. How did he water the garden? But they still had enough food to feed the family. He was telling me stories how he and his brother used to, well, also probably the sisters too, how they used to pick the garden before Dad came home on the weekend. But how was the bounty of food?
I can't hardly remember.
Okay.
Only thing I could remember was helping Daddy planting. And he had a string, and I always try to figure out how he did his string. He didn't tie it.
Okay.
He had to stick there, took that string.
Did he zigzag?
Wrap it, and did a certain thing, and it locked itself. It locked itself. I always try to figure that out. So anyhow, that's what I remember.
He did that for his rows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep the row. That's why I know how to get a straight row.
Yeah, your row is straight.
Yeah. But that's not all I can remember except for working that garden Friday evenings and trying to have it worked up by the time Daddy get home. Because he said, I want this garden worked up. And we would play all week. When we knew he was coming home, or we hustled in the garden. And we didn't have any flowers, and like the only thing we had was rubber. And we had plenty of wild grass in that garden. So it worked us.
So it never looked like this. It had grass in between or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Wow. So back to him, some of the things that he did was in the wintertime, he sprinkles wood ash over everything and he uses horse manure and he puts it all over the bed. He tills it in. Then as he plants, he uses the string method, 2 sticks, a string to get his rows lined up perfectly. And then he drops accordingly. And right now he's growing, he's gotten tomatoes from his son. He popped those in. He has corn, cabbage, potatoes. I saw Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, some mustard greens that actually went to seed, and he's going to use that for next year. Same procedure I do because you don't want to have to keep buying seeds. What do we have? Like what kind of tomatoes?
Red when they turn. Now, these tomatoes came from Timmy's greenhouse.
Oh, he
bought me a whole bunch of plants. And said these are for you, tomatoes and everything, different things, and the cabbage.
Okay.
Yeah, red cabbage. And some of these right here, I had them in my hotbed over there.
Okay.
And I tried to keep them organized so I knew what they were. Because when they started growing, they looked like cabbage, collards.
Yeah.
And different things like that.
Yeah.
And then they got mixed up, and I don't know what it is.
That's cabbage.
Yeah. So I just had space for it, and I said, okay, I'm going to finish this row with cabbage or whatever it is.
Okay. Are you doing any carrots?
No.
Beans?
Beans?
Green beans?
Oh, yeah.
String beans?
I don't know what this is. The green beans. I have 3 different kind of beans.
Those are the beans, yeah.
And onions.
Oh, okay.
Well, this year, I had a late start because it was so wet.
Yeah.
And I planted 2 rows of corn.
Mm-hmm.
And see the tall corn in this row right here.
That's
all came up first.
It comes up fast. Yeah.
Okay, that's the only thing came up.
Okay.
So I had to replant this first row all together.
Okay.
That's why you see it small. And I had to replant some of the others in this row. That's why it's shorter than the others. So, well, see the tall plants up there in the middle? Those are cauliflowers.
Oh wow! How they looking?
So far they're growing, but I haven't seen anything.
Man, I was thinking it was too hot for them. Because I tried to grow cauliflower, I tried to grow broccoli this year. Nothing.
But when these tomatoes started coming in, I don't know what we're gonna do with them.
Well, Evie makes tomato sauce. Oh.
We already got tomato sauce. So these are my potatoes, this whole row.
Okay.
And right here in this little room, I just put this stuff out a couple of days ago.
Squash.
Right here.
Oh, zucchini. Okay.
I think
Brussels.
Brussels, all the way down to that bag right there.
Okay.
And then I got something different to the next bag.
That's a good idea. I never thought of that.
So I'm not sure if it's going to really grow or not, but so far it's still hanging in there.
We're about to go to my cousin's house, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be a different video. Peace out. You got a buddy.